Chris, this game we talked about earlier in the show. We're looking forward to seeing what these two do. So who will have the better game tonight, in your opinion, AD or LeBron?
LeBron James will have the better game. Because, number one, he's a better player. Number two, his team is coming on. I know they both lost games, but New Orleans has lost 3 or 4 because they're just not that good. Nikola Mirotic is out. He's questionable tonight. Randle is questionable. Julius Randle's questionable. Nikola Mirotic is out or doubtful, whatever.
Yep.
So they've lost because they're just undermanned and not that great. The Lakers have lost 2 bad games to 2 bad Eastern Conference teams. And I think LeBron and the Lakers are going to want to come out and get the ship righted. I also think that LeBron, clearly he shoots better at home from 3. He shoots better overall from home. And LeBron has created drama. He's created drama. Talking about Anthony Davis coming to the Lakers, it would be amazing.
It would be. What do you want to do?
He's created drama. What have we said the last probably 8 years? LeBron thrives under drama.
He does.
Right?
Drama king.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, most of it or a lot of it is self-created, right?
I agree.
This is self-created drama by LeBron. So when he's going to thrive. It's all, the next superstar Laker is here. Was it tampering? That's going to be all part of the storyline tonight. And LeBron is going to thrive under that and play well. Davis hasn't probably faced a lot of that. I think he'll play well. He'll put up huge numbers probably. Yeah. But he's not, I don't think he'll play as well as LeBron. And the bottom line is the Lakers are going to win. They're both going to have big numbers. So I think ultimately LeBron will have a better game.
Yeah. I mean, people getting all upset about LeBron. They ask him a question. Now, see, here's the thing. You ask him a question, he doesn't answer, you're mad. Why would LeBron answer that? You ask him a question, he answered, that's tampering. I mean, what you want the man to do?
No comment.
Quick point of order. ESPN now has a story up in which several GMs anonymously are quoted as saying LeBron is tampering by even talking about wanting to have AD come to L.A., in that it's open season on small markets such as New Orleans, in that these are the rules. By the letter of the law, he should be penalized for tampering. I will bet you he is not penalized for tampering. Want to bet?
No, I don't want to bet.
I do not either. Yeah.
Well, don't be mad. Well, you should have been mad at David Stern for vetoing the trade that Chris Paul should have came to L.A.
No, that was totally different.
Yeah.
Stern was the owner of the team, and it was a bad trade for the Hornets. It was terrible. He never should have been the owner.
Was owning the Hornets.
Right. He never should have been the owner. But it wasn't like he did it. Everybody thinks he did it because he didn't want the Lakers to be good. First of all, they love when the Lakers are good. And
let him get Chris Paul then.
They didn't think it was a good basketball trade for the Hornets. That was it. But the tampering, it's funny. I was talking to an executive yesterday. I didn't even see this story when I talked to him. And he said the same thing. He brought it up like, what did LeBron do? If Rob Pelinka or Magic Johnson had said the exact same thing as LeBron, they'd be tampering. They would get fined. We've seen it happen to Magic.
Right.
Look, and this is where I'm sure a lot of these GMs that spoke to Woj, the one I talked to, they were saying this is where Adam Silver can be too player friendly. And he's done a great job by all estimations.
Yeah, love it.
But if they're ever, and it may not be for 15 years, it may not be for 20 years, but if there's ever a big divide between the players and the ownership, like, a lockout or a strike, that's where some wonder, that's going to be interesting how he handles it, Silver. But look, by the letter of the law, it's tampering, right?
It is.
And LeBron's smart. LeBron's smart. LeBron knew what he was saying. He could have easily just been like,
he does.
Hey, he's a great player, but, I can't talk about anything. Well, here's the thing, too. You know what else this executive I spoke to yesterday brought up? They said, I would like somebody to ask LeBron, okay, the follow-up question to that. Oh, you'd love to have Anthony Davis.
Who you giving
So
up?
who you trade? Because that's the thing. If you're in that locker room.
That's not for me to decide.
But you're thinking, right? If you're in that locker room, are you saying, well, we only getting Anthony Davis with a trade?
Yeah.
So but again, LeBron's done this before, tweets, Instagram. So I think he thrives under this. Maybe he wants to set a little fire.
Isn't it obvious that Kyle Kuzma and Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram would be front and center to be traded? Yeah. Wouldn't it be obvious?
Yeah.
You think they talk about it amongst themselves? I'll bet you they do. Are we going to wind up
they're
in New
humans.
Orleans?
They're human beings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Lakers, and it's going to take a trade to get AD there if it were to happen. Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka says everything is on the table except LeBron James. Whatever you want one of these statues out front, you can have it too.
I don't think that. But
No, I'm saying, we get another statue.
yeah.
We'll build
You
another
can build
one.
another
You
one.
think?
Yeah, we'll build another statue.
I don't think New Orleans wants those. But
They
go ahead.
don't. But look, these are Anthony Davis is a stat machine. We keep talking about guys that can.
I have never seen anything in my career like these stats that
Yeah.
he keeps putting. He leads PER. He's running away with it again. LeBron is 6th this year. The numbers are staggering, except for the one number that really matters the most, 15 and 17. And again, to your point, no, Mirotic and Julius is hurt, and it's always something, but they should be better than 15 and 17.
No question.
Go ahead.
Okay?
Go ahead.
So I think it's very important that the Staples crowd tonight just heaps Hollywood adoration and even idolatry on Anthony. So he feels,
MVP.
I don't know if they want to go that
Yeah, I'm going that far.
Really?
That's not far enough. What else he need?
whatever.
They should do it when LeBron's at the foul line and when
Yeah,
Davis
that's
at
what I
the
told
post
you.
up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would work. But he needs to walk away from this thinking, I felt good. Like that felt like home to me. Yeah, because that's what you need. And I'm convinced he needs LeBron even more than LeBron needs him because there's something missing in this makeup of this kid where he needs LeBron. I think they would be great together. I can't do the basketball fit exactly, but you know LeBron, he'd just figure it out.
Right.
But again, I'm talking about psychologically. Right now, Anthony needs that guy to show him the ropes, show him how.
I agree. Anthony Davis is obviously a number one talent. I think he feels like he's the number one guy, but he's not. Like right now, maybe he'll grow into that, and that's where he could learn under LeBron. But right now, if you look at last year, a lot of times down the stretch, he wasn't the guy they were going through. And you know who else is like that? Giannis. If you watch Milwaukee, they're not going through Giannis in the fourth quarter. He plays point for 3 quarters. Then in the fourth quarter, he's in the post and all that stuff. Like, so Anthony Davis, it would be great for him. And I'm sure the Lakers, his agent, Rich Paul, they're probably telling him, look, learn from LeBron. You guys could win a title together, and then it will become your team when you're ready to be that leader. Right, you're Lakers. So.
You know who, going back and looking at it and watching some of the old footage, Anthony Davis will remind you of Kareem when he was first in Milwaukee. The kind of numbers that he was. Now, Kareem.
Not
play
the same
differently.
player.
No,
play
you're
different,
right.
yeah.
But I'm saying as far as the stat, you look at Kareem, Skip. Kareem had some 33, 14s, 4 assists.
He had Oscar at the end.
Right.
And they
Right,
won.
right.
That's
They won that lone title.
Yep.
And hey, AD, you get LeBron, who's not at the end, help you win a title. LeBron rides up in the sunset. Now you in LA by your lonesome, running things.
Right.
And now they bring players to play with you to keep this thing going.
Okay? So, down the stretch, say second half of the season, would I like this team better than what the Lakers have if you give me LeBron and AD?
So this year?
Yes, this year, right now. Like if it gets done before the trade
I don't
deadline.
think it's going to happen this year.
Well, he'd have to make a big stink. He'd have to make a big stand
Right.
like a Kawhi-esque or, you know, Jimmy
And then they're
Butler.
gonna leak
Dwight
it.
Howard.
And then they're gonna leak it that he wants out and
Yeah.
try to make him look bad and make him feel guilty. Like, because remember how they did Dwight Howard, and then he opted out, and then he's like, okay, I'll sign back. You know, because they guilted him into signing
Especially
back.
when you're that kind of guy. That's
Exactly.
your personality.
But if you wound up this year, second half of this year, with Rondo running the point for LeBron, Anthony, then you'd mix KCP and Josh Hart and some Lance and maybe even some Michael Beasley down the stretch. I think I would like that team better than what they have right now.
Oh,
I like
yeah, of
the
course.
chances.
No
I like the
question.
chances better.
And how old Born Ready coming out the bench? Because you know Born Ready gonna get him things. Born Ready gonna get you that. He gonna start.
No, I agree, Skip.
Start strumming. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't even think about the fit. They're just both so great that they'll work it out.
I mean,
That's how you look at
how
it.
about you bought something? Now you know you're like, I ain't even got nothing to wear that with. But you buy it anyway.
Yeah.
So it gonna look good. Anthony Davis
too
might not
many
even fit. If KD, that KD, you know, KD will fit better. So maybe
That's why you have such mismatched wardrobe.
what do you think?
It's just like,
Don't
what
even
do you have that
Buy
on
it
for,
anyway.
right?
Jenny,
What?
This is
I
nice.
like that look.
I like
I
that
know
look.
you
I don't
got
know what you're
you
shooting
have
on, but-
sneakers you've never even worn.
Absolutely.
That you just bought because they were fresh. I don't know
Yep.
what I'm gonna wear that with.
Yep.
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
Give
Well, I
those
never
to,
do that.
around.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean,
know
it's
that's
good. We've
true.
all bought things that we're like, I don't even know why I'm even buying this, but it sure look good. And so you get it in, we're like, why did I buy that?
This is the thing, though. New Orleans has got to play ball. They got to
With
play
them.
ball with them. Yeah.
Well, if
And
they think
if
it's
I'm-
the only way out.
Would you play ball with them? If you're scorned, if I'm upset,
That's
this is
tough.
going to set our franchise back. I don't know if I'd play ball. Now, he can demand, I'm only signing with the Lakers. Rich Paul is known as, guys, I've heard executives say he's a shark. So he's a tough guy. And some say if he tells you he's not going to sign with
Yeah.
anybody but the Lakers, a lot of
Correct.
execs will believe him. They won't test him.
Yeah, because that's his guy.
Right.
He knows better than anybody.
But still, I mean, if Kawhi stays in Toronto, I think that's going to embolden more franchises and say, hey, let me take a chance.
Right?
But Kawhi different. Like,
Well, but that would be two. That would be Paul George. If Paul George stayed in OKC, that's really a sign that, hey, why not take a shot?
But see, Paul George ain't want no spotlight. He ain't want that light. Paul George, because we saw Paul George had it. He's like, I done went head to head with Bron. I can't do nothing with him. And then when because think about
Yeah,
it,
but
the dude's
he trying to go head to head with LeBron now.
ain't gonna get skunked.
He
But
could've
anyway,
just wouldn't play with
what
him.
about those 3 points? See, when he scored those 3 points against Utah in Game 5 and they got blown out, ain't nobody mentioned anything about Paul George. It's
gonna be a
Score
show
3
tonight.
points with the Lakers,
I'm
and you
looking forward to
lose and
seeing
see
what
what
they
happens.
do. All right, well, let's just see what they both do tonight. The fans, the
They
MVPs,
both gonna get at
let's
least
see.
28.
Good to see you.
I might
Thanks
go to the
again.
game.
Happy holidays, Chris.